Welcome back to Living Local. When the Mississippi Valley Fair first started back in 1920, it was, of course, done so to further the advancement of things like livestock and agriculture. And ever since then, kids have come to show all sorts of livestock, things like cattle, hogs, sheep, goats, etc., that they've worked hard to raise throughout the summer and years sometimes before they get to the fair. Well, we've got a few people here today who have done that very thing. Joining us here outside, or in the fairgrounds, is Carrie Kepi, her husband Chad, and her two kids Evan and Christian. Did I get that right? Did I get everybody's names right? Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Carrie, I'll start with you here first. So your family comes from a long line of farmers. What does it mean to you to pass these traditions along to your kids, your next generation here?
It's really important. These boys are about the fourth or fifth generation of showmen, showcasing the hard work that goes into agriculture and specific 4-H projects. So they enjoy it, and it's important to pass down that work ethic and knowledge to the next generation and to share it with the public. So
absolutely, yeah, sharing it with the public is an important thing as well. Okay, Evan and Christian here, you guys obviously raise goats that you showed earlier today. We were just talking about that. Tell me about them. Tell me about kind of the process of raising goats.
So most of the things that are necessary for feeding a goat would be like pretty much the same as a human, as feeding them and watering, giving them water, plentiful of both, and giving them hay for fiber, and then training them for the show in August.
Okay, now when do you start all of the process? Like, do you raise these from birth, or do you get them from somewhere?
We get them from a breeder that we buy them from.
And when does that happen? How early in the year do you do that?
Around March,
okay.
A week after they're weaned.
And then ever since then, you've been doing the whole rest of the process. I'm curious, actually. So I showed sheep when I was in 4-H as a kid, and we would have to go out and walk them every day to break them with the halter and things like that. Do you have to do the same thing for goats?
Yes.
So that's an everyday thing. All right, don't miss that, but you guys are doing great. All right, Christian, we'll go to you now here. Tell me about what other animals you have besides goats.
So we have rabbits, and they are homebred. And just this year here, we have had a baby rabbits. We have 5 baby rabbits at the moment right now. And we had a set of 4 and a set of 1.
Okay, I was curious. All right, so you guys have a lot on your plate then if you've got the rabbits and the goats. Okay, Evan, Christian, the both of you now. So you guys have obviously been working on this. You guys aren't obviously grown up just yet. When you do get into the adult world, do you want to go on further with the livestock and farming type of thing in your future, or what? What do you think at this point?
I would like to go on the business of raising hogs for market.
Okay.
Not so much goats or rabbits, but as my dad does.
Absolutely. How about you? Yeah.
I would like to help my brother to do the hogs, because my dad and his brother do the hogs together also.
It sounds spectacular. It sounds like a great plan. All right, Carrie, so watching your kids do this type of thing growing up, what do you hope they get out of this, as all parents do, out of things like 4-H livestock and so on?
Like I said before, I think their knowledge of the ag industry and being able to share it with other people, and just the long-term work ethic. I mean, it's really important that we have people being able to raise our food and be knowledgeable and share that with people so that people know where their food comes from.
Yeah, important to do it, important to obviously raise food, but make sure people understand, like you mentioned, yeah, where it comes from. Okay, before we go, speaking of food, you all can answer this question. What is your favorite fair type of food?
You start.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs? How about you, Christian?
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake. Chad, you want to yell your answer out? We'll be able to hear it.
I'm going with the ribeye.
All right, ribeye. All right, Carrie.
Pork tenderloin.
Tenderloin. There we go. All good options, I think. Kepi family, thank you so much for talking to us today. Thank you so much for bringing your goats out as well. Good to see all of you.